So we just made 2 pulls back to back. First 2 pulls, just trying to seat the rings. No changes to the tune-up, just seating the rings. The first pull it made 864 peak, and the second pull it made 879, almost 880. Then we can probably make 3 or 4 more pulls, and each pull you'll see it pick up a little horsepower, and then that will kind of taper off and it'll quit picking up, and at that point you know that the rings are seated. And but everything sounds good and looks good. I'm gonna let it cool for just a second, look at the spark plug, and just make sure there's nothing there that I don't suspect that there will be, but I just want to look at one just for peace of mind and make sure that we can see a timing mark and verify that the fuel curve is right. The O2 sensor is telling us it is. Nice and clean. I know y'all can't see that on the camera, but the fuel ring is way up high on the porcelain, so I mean it's plenty fat, which is way safe. But what you really want for an offshore type boat, because it's going to go out there and get beat on so hard for over and over again and for long periods of time. The name of the game with this engine and this tune-up is just durability and longevity. It's running efficiently, clean, but way safe. No concern whatsoever on being anywhere near the ragged edge. Plenty of power left in this motor, but we're willing to leave some on the table just for safety's sake. $880. Oh, really safe tune-up. Pump gas quick walk in A. Pretty sweet. It's making 800 and I'm going to call that 80 horsepower at 6,300 RPM. Average oil pressure 67 pounds, 79 pounds oil pressure at the end of the pool. Life is good. Alright, so we just wrapped up the dyno session on this 598 for Team Woody Racing. This was an engine that we originally built here a few years ago to go in their Lavy. A lot of you offshore boat racers might remember the orange and yellow Lavy craft running around kicking everybody's butt a couple years ago. This is the 598 dry sump motor that was in it at that time. They've decided to retire it from the race boat, and Chad's having a Phantom built in Florida, an open boat that's just going to be a pleasure boat. I don't think they're planning to race it. I think they're just planning to keep it on PK and play and just be a pleasure boat for them. But this is a 598 cubic inch motor. It's a dark block, Dart Pro 2 365 heads with their marine coat to help cut on the corrosion. We are providing the fuel delivery with this Par twin blade carburetor that is an amazing piece. If you're into carburetors, this is pretty much the state of the art, absolute best carburetor that money can buy. Par performance, twin blade, it gets it done everywhere. Beautiful fuel curves, awesome startup, all characteristics are awesome. This engine is the Moroso dry sump. It's a Crowler forged crank, billet rods, 55 millimeter roller cam, Crowler shaft rockers, Crowler 937 Enduramax lifters running in bronze lifter bore bushings. The block's been machined for piston oilers, running the CV Exodyne belt drive, and it's an awesome piece. I wish that I could only build engines this nice. It's fun to get to work with good stuff. We don't need video of that.